Hopefully he won't. Hopefully he'll be an idiot. Or he'll miss if he does go after Jill. I don't know. Fire Emblem has a bad habit of moving every other unit first before they move the one unit that will kill you. Nope, he's an idiot. Okay, cool. That works for me. That was a longbow too, so he could have just moved right over and just gone to town pretty much, but whatever. Once you get these 3 sections blocked off, you're pretty much good to go. I think that's Thunder, isn't it? Yeah, it's Thunder. Even if it had been Fire, she would have been fine. Apparently she didn't like him anyway. Works for me. This guy's probably gonna die. Yep, sure enough. At this point, they're pretty much just running into you. This is a good opportunity to obviously snag any of the chests. The only thing you're gonna have to watch out for are those ravens, once again. Yeah, I probably should have left the Goose Slayer on there, but what are you gonna do? Those ravens, right now, are focused on fighting you, but at a certain point, whenever you cross a certain line, it might be however many enemies you've killed at some point, they're going to realize that fighting you is futile, you've pretty much won the fight, and at that point, Nasala will tell everybody, just go for the treasure chests. And if you've not gotten any at that point, you need to hurry up and grab them, otherwise they will. So, just a fair warning about that. It might be after you kill the boss, I'm not 100% certain though, because it is 10 turns of defense, and you will actually play out those 10 turns, even if you knock out all the Bjork. The ravens will pop in on screen, and even if you've collected all the chests, they'll just go right back off the stage, and you will actually play through the full 10 turns. You cannot complete this map before the 10 turns are up, even though there's nothing on the screen and nothing attacking you. It's kind of dumb, but I kind of get why, because there's the variables of the treasure chests. Alternatively, what you could do is you could form a box around the treasure chest so they can't actually reach it, and use them to grind for experience if you want. It's kind of up to you. Honestly, the ravens are a little bit tough for this point in the game, so I wouldn't recommend that, but, you know, Rolf would be a good candidate for this, Astrid would be another good candidate. It's kind of up to the player, really. Okay, well, now we're in an interesting spot here, so... that would work. I don't like the 87%, but you know what? I'm probably overthinking things, as usual. Yep, sure enough. Anytime it's a number below 90, I don't like going for it, which sounds really stupid, because it's like, you know, 80%, it's like, that's still a 4 out of 5 chance, but if you've played Fire Emblem long enough, you know that it's like, yeah, 4 out of 5 chance, that 20% would happen more often than you'd think. Let's go ahead and at least weaken this guy. I would have liked the depth there, but what are you going to do? I don't think I can get that longbow archer this turn. That's the problem here. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and go for him. I know, once again, I'm probably overthinking it, but it's like, I got lucky that he was not smart enough to attack Jill, and if I say, okay, well, maybe he just won't go for Jill at all, then he probably would go for Jill. So, let's go knock out this guy. That Myrmidon will probably come after me next turn. These two will probably fire at me again. I'm gonna stay here because I feel like if I move forward, he might just go after Jill, and I do not want that to happen, so... let's go and get rid of him. And then pull Jill back. Heal Jill. Alright, now the question is, will Leith knock out that Halberdier? 17 times. Yeah, just barely, though. Shoot. I was hoping she would just barely be weak enough to where she wouldn't kill him, but oh well. Is that halberd? Because in case you haven't figured it out by now, which you probably have, if you kill a halberdier versus a soldier, like it's a class 2 unit versus a class 1, you will get more experience for that. It's one of the few times you're going to see a +2 by somebody's HP. It's very rare. I've only seen it happen on Lagoo's units. I've seen it on Rolf. I've seen it on Ike a couple times. I saw it on Boyd once, and I think I saw it on Gotry once. But I think that's about it. Yeah, we'll put Nefny there. No, I don't think I'm going to need Ike for anything, so I'm just going to kind of leave him here, really. Alright, now to focus on the treasure. Door number 1 has an L-Fire. We already know what that does. It's just an upgraded version of fire. No need to go over that. Killer Bow. We've talked about the killing weapons already, I believe. Yeah, we have, because we've run into Killer Lances before. Obviously, it's just another type of thing that has a very high chance for critical hit. Like I said, the boss doesn't move, so I can move Astrid here without having to worry about it too much. Only Gotcha can move. I don't want him to move. At this point, the ally units are either going to focus on healing themselves, or they might run across the ship and actually go for the enemy units. If they do, they're probably just going to be in the way more than anything, because they're not especially strong, so if they get in the way, just try to work around them, I guess. Kind of hoping they won't do anything other than heal. This guy is. Okay, he's at full. No, they are actually going to try to go for him. Wow. That should have done more than 8 damage. I know it was only a hand axe, but whatever. Alright, move around. Get that next turn. What's behind? Door number 3! A longsword. I don't think we've run into one of these. It's basically a sword that is designed to do bonus damage to the knight units, or the paladin units, not the armored units. I mean, like Oscar. That type of knight. I don't know why they're both called knights. That's really stupid. I'm usually just used to call them cavaliers, because that's what they were called in older games, so I'll probably just call them cavaliers. But it's designed for those types of units. Let's go ahead and knock you out. Throw a spear at this guy. I was not expecting a critical, but good job. I'm actually not going to move him forward because Mia can knock this guy out, I think. Iron Blade. Yep, there we go. I'll teach you. Alright, now comes the issue, because I don't want somebody to get swarmed by a bunch of these people, except for... Jeez, I don't know. Oscar would probably be alright. That is a fire mage, yes, okay. We'll have Jill sit here, because they can't reach her from here. Take a look, can't reach her. Remember, this counts as 2 spaces, so they can't get her there. So she'll be poised for attack next turn. I'm not doing anything else, I'll just heal you. I know there's some of my units that are kind of low in health, but I don't... Well, not kind of low, they're missing like 10 HP, but they're not really within range. Alright, now that we're getting close to this guy, Norris. He's a level 5 sniper, so he's a class change unit, obviously like Shannon was, and like Rolf will class change into. His stats really aren't that impressive. The only thing you need to watch out for is relatively high speed, and the skill doesn't matter too much, because I would just prevent him from attacking altogether. But the high speed can be kind of an issue, because you probably won't be doubling this guy with anybody. He has a longbow, which of course has a range of 2 or 3, so watch out for that. He'll drop it whenever he's beaten. The problem with having an archer for a boss is you could just run in and attack him. You can see he can't counterattack, and he won't move either. So that's kind of the issue with him. Killing Edge, Steel Bow, and Fire. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and go for him. I'm going to try to weaken him to the point where Astrid can get him. Because she'll do 14, and then another 14, that'll be 28. So that will leave him with hopefully low enough health to where I'll be able to knock him out with Astrid next turn. If not, I'll just use another character that's pretty low, out of curiosity. Oh, can't do any. Okay, yeah. Keep in mind also, because Sniper, high skill, he will have high crit rates on a lot of characters if he does counterattack, so watch out for that as well. I'm just going to go and end my turn now. I don't know what the Ravens were doing. I wasn't paying attention to them that round. Well, that guy killed himself. This other archer might get in the... No, that was the only guy that moved. Okay. That guy might have actually put himself in trouble. Well, not terrible trouble. Oh, yeah. He did get put in trouble. If he dies, whatever. It's his own fault. That one guy that ran backwards was the smart one, but whatever. Okay, well... Thinking about my options here. Let's go ahead and weaken him. So anybody that's got a decent strength stat can pretty much knock him out at this point. I think Zahark's going to be the one that gets it. I'm going to get rid of the archer. Alright, that takes care of that guy. Ooh, level up, nice. I didn't realize she was that close to level. Sweet. I'd like Soren to get that attack in, because I know while he won't do much damage, that mage won't do squat to him. Mia might actually get hurt by this a little bit. Not too much. She'll take half damage, but that's not terrible. The only unit left, or damager after this, is the boss, and Zahark's gonna knock him out, so yeah, she should be fine. Alright, that takes care of that. Okay, let's... well, here, get the sword out of the way. Now let's find out what was in here. A Laguzak. You can probably bet what type of weapon this is. This is basically a weapon that is good against demi-humans or Laguz. There are other types. There's Laguz Lance, Laguz Bow. The Laguz Slayer is the sword version. So we've already kind of seen this before, but this is... They all have this like kind of pinkish color around them, except the Laguz Slayer. I don't know why that one's the exception, but it is. So that's what they look like. Yeah, I guess Zahark's gonna be the one that gets the kill on this guy. We could just do nothing, actually. You know, probably should have thought that through. I could just do nothing and let them move forward, because these guys might get in the way, but they're probably gonna get shot at and then die. I'm gonna focus on boxing in the treasure chest right here so the ravens can't get to it. Rolf could get it. Well, I don't want Rolf to get it. I mean, he's not that desperate. The people that need the level up are Zahark, Nephany, Jill, and obviously Astrid. And me and Soren don't need it terribly. I'd like them to get class changed soon, but they're not in like a really, really bad need of it. I was afraid of that. Well, just take a pot shot at him. Might as well. Free experience, right? Actually, well, no, we already checked. She can't do any damage. Yeah. I was about to say, that might have made enough for... No, it didn't. Okay, yeah. Just make sure I'm... Oh. So, really? He's not safe there? Because, like, this isn't 3 scores away, it's 4. It looks like it's 3, but it's not, because it's 1, 2... Let me just try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not 3 scores away. I don't know why it says it is. It must be because of his movement, I guess. Or maybe I am actually miscalculating it. So we'll put him right here. Because that's obviously a safe spot, and then he can run for the chest next turn. I'm pretty sure I'm just overthinking it, though, because he does not move, but this is showing where he can attack even if he moves. So, yeah, what he could do is move right here, and then 1, 2, 3. That would actually hit Soth, but I don't think he moves, so... I believe we're good. Let's just go ahead and heal. As is customary. Don't need anything there. Yeah. Yeah, you can see now. I was about to say maybe you do have to kill the boss, but yeah. So at this point, they're like, yep, he's pretty much screwed. Here's Neil. This kind of introduces Neolucci, who's just like a really old raven. With eggshells stuck to your tail feathers? What? At this point, to take advantage of the confusion of battle to help ourselves to the cargo. These humans seem interested only in fighting their fellow men. If they can't be bothered to defend their treasure, I think it's fair to say they've lost their claim to it. So yes, at this point they'll be like, just go for the treasure. They will still go after the apostle if you take whoever you have guarding that square off of it, so be aware of that as well. You can't just like say, oh, okay, well, we're good at this point. You do actually have to guard it, otherwise they will go up there and then of course end the fight. What is this idiot doing? Whatever. Okay, that guy just screwed himself. It is a miracle he didn't die right there. What is wrong with that moron? Alright, so this box is going to be the one I'm guarding right here. This is just the easiest one to get currently, even though I moved Oscar over there. So, let's take this one. And we get an occult. I don't think it's actually going to tell me what it is. Oh, no, it does. This is actually a skill that changes whenever you equip it on a character. You've heard me talk about stuff like soul and whatnot. Whenever a character class changes, they have a skill that they can get the ability to learn through occult, and they're usually very, very good. But it depends on the unit itself. Oscar can learn soul, which basically whenever he attacks, whatever damage he does, he can regain that back in health if he needs it. Soren can get flare, which will basically negate the enemy's resistance. That goes for sages. Myrmidon, which class up into Swordmaster, can learn Astra, which will do half damage with their attack, but they get 5 in a row, so it's 2.5 damage. That has a pretty high critical rate on it already. Archers will class change into Marksman. They can learn Deadeye, which will put the enemy to sleep for a long time. So, different ones like that. I'll go over them in more detail, because we'll be picking up a pretty decent amount of them throughout the game, so I'll go over them more whenever we have more of them. Leaf. Nah, let's go and leave it here. No reason not to. Let's go ahead and grab this, and pick up the Speed Wing, which you've already seen what that does. This is actually a good chance for Jill to get this kill, though. Let's go ahead and do it. I know both of those units are out on the front lines, but Jill's even more out on the front lines because she's a flyer, so she can skip a lot of bad terrain. So that's why I gave it to her right there. Plus, I can always just even it out with bonus experience, and they're both at 11 and both really high, 96, 98, so they're about even now. So now that I chose to guard this one, we'll put somebody here, somebody there. This is just an obstacle, so they won't be able to land right here, so we are pretty much set at this point. You can grind if you want, don't have to. I am gonna grind a little bit just on Astra. Good lord, could you make your word choice any worse? Jeez. But yes, I am gonna get Astra at least a few levels if the game will permit me to do so. Maybe a couple on Rolf as well, because you know she's only level 1, and we need all the help we can get, really. I'll probably send Mist around, get some free healing out of it. I really don't care what that other units do. Probably won't be anything important. I'm gonna leave Soren out of the way. Leave Ike out of the way. You can go in with Godfrey. It's been a while since you talked to him. Ah, I should have hit talk. Oh, well, we'll do that next turn. Nephne, I think I'll probably leave you as is. I really need to work on her levels, though. I'll send Leith and Zahart back this way. Still need healing? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we'll just leave it as is. Alright. Now this, I believe, just shows up whenever, on the start of this turn. This is actually the Hawks, not the Ravens, so this is Tabarn, who's the Hawk King, and then you've got Janeth and Ulki, who, as you'll later see, are his eyes and ears. Basically, Janeth has really, really good sight, which is why he asked, what can Janeth see? And then Ulki, tell me what they're saying. This is the King's ears. He can hear really, really well. So they kind of get filled in on the information. And they eventually say, tempting opportunity, but when we fight it, will be with honor. Unlike the Ravens. So they basically just head back home. The Hawks are updated on the situation, and then they leave. And yeah. See, this is the weird thing. They fly up to you, but they don't attack. Like, they clearly could have attacked Mist right there. Mist was standing right next to one of them, but they did not. So, I'm going to steal what's in that treasure chest on turn 10, and until then, I'm going to get some experience. If these idiots don't get in the way, but they probably won't get any kills anyway, so not that big a deal. Volky right there. Okay, I'm going to move Mia out of the way. Well, no. I'm going to have Mia attack, probably. gosh, she needs to be healed. They can't crit. That will leave her with 4. She'll kill him. Guaranteed. Okay. I can heal her with Mist on this turn. Even if she manages to dodge it, I'm still gonna heal her. Tripping over my words. I don't know why. But yeah, I could gladly use as close to Swordmaster as I could get for Mia, and then I could focus on Zahar getting to Swordmaster. Okay, yeah, I think you're in the worst need of this right now. Even though we won't get attacked, better safe than sorry, and free experience once again. Okay, we'll move you here. Move Astrid no, not right there, to right here. 74, 74. Okay, it doesn't matter then. Thank you for not missing, I appreciate that. And there we go, nice. First level for Astrid. That's not bad. Strength would have been nice, but speed, skill, and HP are all good. We'll wait there. Okay. Sword out of the way, have Rolf attack. I'm not going to waste the Iron Bow on this. I'll just use Rolf's bow, I guess. Yeah, that's how it's done. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, see, he was level 14 and didn't have the Paragon. That still gave him a pretty good amount of experience. Now, I'm not going to steal this just yet. Like I said, I'm going to wait a couple turns. Because they will keep spawning in these crows. Every turn, you're going to get a new set of 2 crows. It'll take them probably 2 turns to get over there, but, you know, might as well. Dude, get out of here. Thankfully, the other... Well, that guy was smart enough to leave. He might just be looking for a Vulnerary or something, though. I don't know. So you do have to adjust a little bit here, just kind of moving around as best you can, you know, so they're not in the way as much. That's actually pretty good. Steal. 18. Doesn't crit. Sweet. There we go. That's prime opportunity right there for Astrid. It got Rolf a level, and it's a great setup for her. Finally cracked the double digits on that strength. And the defense. Nice. Awesome. And that should be a full level up right there. Yep, exactly. From 30 to 30. So full level for killing a crow. Man, if only you could do that in the real world. We got grackles all over here now because, you know, they're flying back in. Oh my gosh. I would easily be maxed out on my class. Easily. But what are you going to do? I'm going to let Soren have this one because, again, I would like Soren at Sage and Mia at Swordmaster pretty quickly here. And, you know, also better than leaving them hanging around here, so... It's kind of weird that this is a good level for, like, training some of your units. Once again, from the crows, it's not quite the same people you're training, because you've got Astrid now, but it still works very effectively. And these guys can't do anything. Well, I guess he did a little bit of damage, but not that much. More crows. Best way to do this. Can I rescue this guy? I can. Alright, get out of here. There we go, now I don't have to deal with him. I wasn't using Oscar anyway, now he's out of the way. Cool. Okay, so 10. 13. 13 will leave him pretty low. We'll do that. That's the other problem with saying something like that before you do it. It's like, yeah, we'll do that. It's like, unless, you know, Soren gets adept, and then that plan kind of gets thrown out the window. Plans are always subject to change in Fire Emblem. Kind of like that. Knock this guy out. Rolf can shoot at that one down there. Where's Jill? She's way over... Whoop. Apparently I just left you in the corner. Jeez. I would have had you kill him, but now that I can't. I don't want to do that just on the off chance the soldiers get the kill, because that would be kind of disappointing, so... we'll go with the weakest attack, which is longbow. Because I do not want the soldiers hogging that experience. They might get in a pot shot or two, but there's no way all 3 of them will hit. Watch them do it now that I said... well, there's only 2 of them there now. One of them ran off and the other one's rescued, so... I was going to say, on off chance, could Soth rescue one of them, but no. That's alright. Ike probably... whoa, jeez. Yeah, that was the idiot that nearly got himself killed. Yeah, he's almost dead. Oh, right, I was going to talk to the Gotchard Ike. Hey, Gatcher, what's with the sour look on your face? You know, I think it must be fate. Why else would we be here, fighting side by side once again? It makes me wish I hadn't abandoned you so quickly after your father died. It's not like you to say things like that, Gotchery. You look like none of this matters to you. Aren't you mad at me or anything? I abandoned you all. No, I understand how you must have felt when you left. And it's only because you left that you met this nice new employer. I see no problem. Yeah, you do have a point, so I guess it worked out. I can't believe I wasted all this time worrying. The fact that you worry tells me that you never really abandoned us after... yeah, it was more so Shinnon than Gotchery, but, you know... he seemed like a good enough guy from the start, really, so... I might be able to get one of those two. This is the last turn, though, I think. Dadgum, he actually did hit him. I don't know what their accuracy is. I can't tell you. I can tell you with a javelin and a soldier unit, especially one that's not trained by me, it's probably not very high. But the fact that one of them hits is kind of impressive. Yeah, this is the last turn, so this is where you gotta make it count. Go for it! Ah, oh well. Come on, hit him, hit him, hit him. Yeah, sweet. One more level. There we go. You'd be surprised, like, even though it's not that much, I mean, we got it from, what, level 1 to level 4? It helps a lot. Like, just those couple levels will help you a lot. Look, her speed's already in double digits, so... the nice thing about training Astrid, too, is the fact that her speed goes up so high. This is probably one of my favorite things about training units like Myrmidons, is their speed's pretty much guaranteed to go up so high that at the very least you won't have to worry about them getting doubled hardly ever. That's probably the best thing about them. Okay, I'm going to rescue Rolf here because this is the last turn and it's an opportunity for Storm to get one more kill and a little bit more experience. And apparently a critical alongside that. The only thing that can reach that guy would be a longbow, and I would have rather tried to go for the critical on the one closer, so that's why I went for that one with Rolf. That's actually a very good level. I was starting to get worried when we had that one stage where nobody was getting a decent level, particularly Soren, so... Lastly, we have an energy drop. That was what it was called. This is the item that permanently increases your strength by 2, and I could not remember what it was. Energy drop, that's what it is. Okay, so with that being said and done... grab some last second heal. She's getting close to level 2. Nice. And that's pretty much all I need to do. That should end the turn. Now that the treasure's not there, he's going to run away, but even if it had still been there, he wouldn't have attacked, and then I would have gotten the treasure, so might as well take it. I also like how they will not mention that you stole their treasure here, but whatever. Show them what we got. The fight's over. We already knocked out everybody. If they just paid me more, I would have been willing to lend a hand. Jeez. Yeah, get out of here. They look like pirates, but certainly they didn't act like them. Yeah, who puts an archer in charge of pirates? I think it's pretty obvious who it was. And yeah, exactly. If they managed to, you know, assassinate or ambush the Apostle, then that would screw up Benyon, and then Dan could go after them too. Are you serious? The Apostle is still missing? Still. I can offer up my life and repent. Dude, that is not gonna help. Jeez. The Apostle slipped out of the cabin on her own in the chaos. Fantastic. You're being no, he's right. Like, why would you do that? And you'll see why whenever we find her. Yep, time to go hunting for an Apostle. So, yeah, she'll be a noble woman of some sort. Yeah, we've already found one stowaway in Soth. We don't need another. No, don't apologize, dude. That's what makes you awesome. Exactly, like, he'll just say it how it is. As much as that gets people into trouble, we do need people like that in this world. There's a child stowing away in here. Yep, this is the Empress. And she's a kid. And she's short. You don't look like a Lagoo. What? The ship you were on didn't have Lagoos. Whatever. And you can tell just by her talking, she's clearly some kind of aristocrat or something like that. And she apparently is also not going to tell Ike that she is the Apostle. Just her foot, but maybe she bumped her head too. I kept silent, blaming these antics on your ignorance, but I can no longer tolerate your manners. Prepare yourselves, peasants. Jeez. Yes, this is the Apostle. And she's like 10 years old. And yes, of course, this will confirm it because, of course, the Holy Knights probably knew that. So that you were the one that snuck it. Never mind. You're partially to blame. Whatever. So this is the person we were supposed to meet with anyway, so that makes things a little bit less complicated. So she does wish to speak with Alencia and us as well. And yes, it is true. Okay, we get the point. Yeah, good point. And there you have it. So, now that we've taken care of that, we have not only found the Apostle, but apparently we're going to be having a meeting with her relatively shortly. And yes, we'll actually have that in between this chapter and the next. We've recruited another character that we planned on using, so in the next episode we will actually arrive at Benyon, and yes, we will not be stuck on a boat again. And we'll get more information about what the plan is going forward between Crimea's princess, now princess, and the Apostle of the Benyon Empire in dealing with Daein. So, I will see you guys in the next one. Later.